Alrighty, so there's a new set of Tower of Trials floors out, so we're going to be going over floor 25 today. So it looks like the rewards are just cosmetic upgrades and 1,000,000 gold, which is definitely not too bad to have. So we're going up against Ludociel, and from my understanding, the gimmick for this one is you just need to survive for... I think it's just X amount of turns, and then you're supposed to get a 1,000% increase in pierce rate. But I have seen different people do gameplay, and sometimes characters get it and sometimes they don't, and then you have to wait another turn or two or whatever the case may be. So I'm not exactly sure, but you just want to make a team that can survive. This is really dumb. You could definitely use like red Queen Deanne if you have her, because she has a really good 3-turn taunt and everything. So I'm just going to be using Matrona because she's a little bit more accessible. Green Liz, just because she's a good healer. Plus I have her Holy Relic, so it should help sort of increase our team's healing as well. I have this this Rimuru in the back just because he has 5% diminished HP at the start of allies' turns, so he just heals a little bit, you know, at the beginning of each turn. You can definitely just put Red Liz in the back. That would probably be the best solution to that. And then you just want to bring in like a pierce rate unit, so you can just click search skills, pierce. Obviously, you can just use Meliodas here if you really want to, but I just want it to be AoE so we can get it over with as quickly as possible. Honestly, Melly's probably the best option here, just because you can actually use Matrona and Elizabeth's single target skills to get your your defense stacks on Melly's passive, so that way you take less damage, of course, over time. But it's not anything super crazy, so obviously we're not going to be able to deal a whole lot of damage at all. You just want to make sure that your main damage dealer ends up getting the buff, so that way you can do big damage. So we do go second here. If you have Tarmiel, definitely put it on your main damage dealer. I definitely forgot to do that here, so I might end up taking a little bit more damage than I'm hoping for. Luckily, we did pull double heal, so that's good, I guess. So let's go ahead and just heal up. And because I'm going to be using the taunt either way, I'm going to save the single target skills for the next turn, so that way I can start building up melee stacks. So that way we get the defense stacks and everything like that. Obviously, if you don't have melee, just use any other Pierce unit. If you have Blue Demon Melee powered up, use him. If you have the new Demon Chandler for whatever reason and you don't have melee, you can use him. I was gonna use him for the video, but honestly, it's just kind of a dumb thing to do, to be fair. So either way, let's see. I think it's 3 turns that you're supposed to wait, so I definitely don't have anything at the moment. We have 2 Pierce cards in hand. Let's go ahead and just use some single target cards, so that way we can build up melee stacks, get him some, I guess, buffs on or whatever, because that's fine. It increases all of his stats, if I'm not mistaken. So just having more stats is always good. Having our ultimate in hand with Elizabeth is really nice, because she gives ultimate move gauge and she heals, of course. So along with Matrona's passive, healing for her diminished HP, we should be in a really good position here. So I think we'll just save that for now. I'm going to try to keep as many Pierce cards in hand as I can, I guess. That way I can just hopefully use 3 Pierce cards, or 2 Pierce cards and an ultimate maybe. But yeah, not a super crazy gimmick. A little tedious, a little time consuming, I guess, more than anything. But I guess I am going to... I don't know, do you really want to see me do this? I guess I'm going to leave it in just in case you want to see how many turns it takes, or just take away any sort of information that you can, because these are supposed to be sort of informative and everything, of course. So I will try to, if you want to, just skip forward a little bit, and yeah, you can see the conclusion. Let me see here. I do not have the increase on melee. I don't think... Okay, so the other characters do have it at this point. They do. I'm not sure why melee doesn't have it yet. Maybe it's because of the slot he's in, but I don't necessarily think that's the issue. We don't have the taunt on now. So let's just go ahead and use these skills. Maybe we can get Melee's buff next turn, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really sure why one character would not have it over the other characters. Obviously, there's some other part to the gimmick that we're missing there. But, to be honest, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. So let's see if we get it after this turn. Liz getting a real thrashing here. He activated Unique, so I'm assuming I have it now. I do. Okay, so we have the 1000%. Like I said, weird that they would get it. He doesn't. Not too sure on that one, but we're going to go ahead and use both of the Pierce cards because we get triple Pierce increase there. So with 1000%, that's a huge amount of damage. And then I guess we'll just go ahead and use the Amplify card as well. So 1.8 million damage there. This should get both of the adds, yeah. And then Ludo's left. This should kill him. 2 million lifesteal damage there, or lifesteal like HP gain. Really funny. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole gimmick for this one. So nothing too complicated, pretty simple, pretty easy, just survive. Obviously, you're going to want to have, you know, your characters kind of built up, and you want to have some tanky characters and some healing, of course, and then damage dealer. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful or informative or whatever you needed. And that is pretty much it for me. So thank you guys so much. I will have the guides for the other two floors out as soon as possible if you're watching this as of the time it comes out. But if not, go ahead and go check those out. And yeah, feel free to subscribe. See you later.